So it's Sunday, it's sunny, I'm in Hawaii. I have a route planned to the Mauna Kea Visitor Center. Originally, I was going to do Mauna Loa, but we did a recce ride drive yesterday and a bit more research yesterday. And it looks like the Mauna Loa actual climb is through a fairly active lava field. And just doing that solo didn't feel like a smart idea. Just because you're so remote, there won't be phone access. Whereas Mauna Kea Visitor Center, that's about the same altitude as the highest point you can get on Mauna Loa now. But there's sort of people there, and there's infrastructure on Mauna Kea for visitors. So I figured I'd do that instead. And actually, the recce drive, there's a really beautiful section of this ride that I'm really looking forward to over the north side of the Saddle Road. Just really, really beautiful, undulating, twisty section of road through fairly lush green hillsides. But when you get to the bottom of that, like, you climb up and then you do this really short, sharp descent down, and then you carry on climbing up the Saddle Road. And it just becomes this massive highway for like 25 kilometers, and really, like, it's a real grind. There's nothing to look at really. You've got Mauna Kea on the left, but the landscape there is just really barren, and there is nothing on this road except tons and tons of traffic. So I'm not looking forward to that stretch, to be honest. So I'm going to see how I get on. I may do a different route, so I may get to the end of that really lovely section of Saddle Road and then loop round and take the other. There's like a diamond shape or triangular shape where the Saddle Road kind of splits. I might loop back round and just come back home from there, or back to Waimea. I'm not sure yet, but one way or another, I'm definitely going to try and get to the end of that beautiful section of Saddle Road, and then I'm going to make a call. I'll either go another 30 k's up to the visitor centre, Mauna Kea, or I'll loop straight back and come home, or I'll loop round and go to Waimea and then come home. Just going to play it by ear. I just want to have fun today, basically, and grinding up a highway just so that I can say I made it to the visitor centre in Mauna Kea doesn't feel like it's worth it. But I didn't get to see the climb up from that main highway up to the visitor centre. That is about 15 k's. I didn't get to see that. That is supposed to be pretty cool. And the view at the visitor centre is supposed to be pretty cool, but I might just drive up there later, to be honest. I'm going to see how I feel. Like, whatever happens, this is going to be tons and tons of elevation and a fairly long day in the saddle. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. And I'm going to just, see how I feel, make sure I enjoy the ride, and just focus on having some fun. So I'm going to get to it. Take you with me. So I have made it to the start of the section of the Saddle Road that I'm really looking forward to. It's been a long 25 kilometre or so climb up to this point. It is insanely windy today, like insanely windy, and it's been a headwind and crosswind all the way up the hill. So I've been grinding for 2 hours into a headwind up a 25 kilometre climb. So that's been interesting. Not as much fun as it could have been, to be honest. And I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear me because the wind here is so bad. But basically, I am about to head down that road, which passes through the valley just around the side of that mountain and then goes up over the side, I think, down the other side. I should gain about 900 meters elevation on this road over the next 16 k's. So it's going to be a really tough 16 k's, especially so in this wind. So I'm going to take it super careful, likely pretty slow, but I'm going to try and do my best to enjoy it as much as possible, given the conditions. Seeing these conditions, if they haven't drastically changed by the time I get to the end of this road, there's no scenario I'm cycling up Mauna Kea, because it just will not be safe at all. The higher I go, the stronger the winds get. So yeah, I think it's highly unlikely I'm going to do Mauna Kea today. But I am going to try and get this section of Saddle Road done, which is the bit I was most looking forward to out the ride. And then when I get to the other side, I'll make a new plan, which I think will be just loop round and head back home via a stop at Heiko for coffee. So yeah, I am having fun, but it is hard going in this wind. So yeah, let's get back to it. Plug on. So I made it to the highest point on the old Saddle Road. It was actually about 500 meters that way, just over the hump there. I stopped. I had a quick sandwich, some water, and made a decision. And that decision was to basically turn around and head back towards Waikoloa. The climb to the highest point was about 47 kilometers, and the highest point was 1,735 meters elevation. So basically, I've been climbing up for 45 k's, and I am pretty tired. It is very windy still. It is very hot, very sunny, and the rest of the ride, actually, I did a recce last night, and it's not very nice. There's 30 kilometers of just highway, and being battered around in wind on this like horrible busy highway just doesn't sound like a great way to spend my vacation in Hawaii. So I've made the decision to turn around, go back along this absolutely stunning road. Like, the old Saddle Road is stunning. It's hard work getting up here, but it's absolutely worth it. Like, it is a beautiful, beautiful strip of tarmac through the luscious part of Hawaii, and the views at the top of Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea and the valley and the ocean is just incredible. So it's well worth making it up the climb to get here. But with that said, I'm going to jump back on the bike. I am going to really enjoy this descent, I hope. The wind has calmed down a little bit from when I set off. There's still a lot, but it is a little bit calmer than when I set off. So I'm hoping it'll be calm enough that I can enjoy this descent. And I plan to stop at Heiko for a coffee, and then from there down to the Waikoloa beach. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. I'm going to jump back on the bike, and I'll see you when I get to the coffee. So I'm back at Heiko. I've had coffee. I have descended down from the highest point on the old Saddle Road. The wind coming back down was super gnarly, so I had to take it super slow. On the brakes quite a lot of the way. Pretty stressful, but I made it here safely, and I've had a great coffee and a pastry. So now I'm going to head back down to Waikoloa Village. So yeah, I've had a great time. I am knackered. That was super physical getting up that saddle road. 46 kilometers of constant climbing and getting to 1735 meters of elevation was a proper day out. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, just going to bumble back down to Waikato village now, and then I'm going to have a shower because I'm really hot. So yeah, back to it.